Now it's time to talk solutions. And the first solution is understanding that no matter what you see online, no matter what you believe is common sense financial advice, when you're in the type of hole where you're earning significant money and living paycheck to paycheck, you have to flip all that on its head and do what's right for you. Now, this may not be the right thing for everybody, but in my opinion, if you have less than a month's expenses saved, one of the first things that you need to consider doing is stopping your retirement contributions. One of the first things people say when I recommend this is, yeah, but if I do that, I'm giving up my company match, and that's leaving free money on the table. You are correct. But again, the utility of money that you can't touch till you're 59 and a half pales in comparison to the utility of money you can touch now when you're living paycheck to paycheck. I can assure you that taking 3 to 6 to 9 months off from retirement contributions in exchange for establishing an emergency fund will be something that for the future of your finances will pay long-term dividends. The next step is for any debt that you have, whether it be a credit card, a car, a student loan, for which you've been making extra payments, you need to stop until you've established this base savings. Many of us have a debt that annoys us more than others or stresses us out more than others. It may be a car for you, it may be a credit card for me. And the temptation is to take that stressful debt and pay more towards it, even if you feel you're living paycheck to paycheck. It makes you feel better when doing so. But until you've done a full accounting of your finances, you don't know if that stressful debt is the place where those extra payments have their highest and best use. And right now, we're trying to get to the point where we can simply have some breathing room. So all extra payments need to stop while we divert this extra money on a monthly basis to our savings. Next, evaluate your subscriptions. Either do it yourself or use some of the resources we'll put in the show notes to identify all of your automated subscriptions and actually go through the process of deciding whether you need it, want it, or it's a duplicate. And lastly, until you've reached 1 month in savings, eliminate or reduce one of your consistent lifestyle expenses. Here's an example. My wife and I have a favorite pizza place around the corner from our house. And every single Friday night, I take my son, I go pick up a pizza, and then on the way back home, we get a donut and ice cream at his favorite donut shop. It is a staple part of our week. It's something I do out of habit. I don't even really think about it. But that pizza is from a gourmet pizza parlor. That donut is from a gourmet donut shop, one of my favorite in Nashville, Five Daughters Bakery. If I get a pint of ice cream, that pint of ice cream is from a gourmet ice cream shop, Jenny's, my favorite ice cream shop. At the end of the night, I have spent almost $50 without thinking about it. If it's a month where there's 5 Fridays in that month, that's $250 that I have spent all just out of habit and without evaluating that purchase. Now, it may not be $250 for you, but I can guarantee that there's some expense that may be $10 a week, $15 a week. And it doesn't mean you have to stop it. But even if you cut it in half, you could take some of those savings and divert it to your emergency fund. Now, all of these things are just a few tips, and I'll actually put a link to some other articles we've done in the past about other ways to increase your savings. But these are those emergency steps you can take to get to 1 month's expenses in your savings account. But to make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze, you can't just stop these things. You have to keep a tab of how much you're saving. And once you've tabulated that final amount, whether it's $50, $100, $200, $300 or more, that needs to be diverted to your savings account through an automated transfer. We're not here trying to make ourselves more disciplined than we can possibly become in a couple months' time. We're literally trying to make things as easy as possible on our way to establishing a foundation. But the process isn't completed until you've tabulated what you save and set up the transfer so that money can be repurposed to savings until you've met 1 month's expenses.